In this video, we got another episode of this series where I do rate and improve your guys' teams. You guys will send me your squads over on Twitter at @xevantanaka, and I'll usually pick about 6 squads from that tweet that I'll put out every 3 or 4 days. You guys will respond to that tweet with your team, how much MT you guys have, and then I'll usually, like I said, pick 3 squads to feature in one of these videos. So if you guys want a chance to be featured in one of these next future videos over the weekend, make sure to head on over to Twitter at @xevantanaka. Like I said, look out for that tweet that I'll be posting probably on Saturday or Sunday morning to have a chance to be featured. Again, respond to that tweet with your team and how much MT you guys have. But looking at the first squad of the video sent in from Big Zack, and looking at his squad, it's a decent team, not like incredible, and you only have 120k to work with. Can't make like incredible upgrades, but I think you can make some small upgrades in my personal opinion. I think your front court could definitely get improved off the bench. Getting a card like Pink Diamond Wemby is going to be a lot better than having Wang ZZ, so I would definitely get Pink Diamond Wemby for your backup center position. And then for backup power forward, you have about, let's say, 60,000 MT left. I really like Chris Anderson as a cheap power forward. If you can grind the playoff spotlight Sims and get the 100 overall Miles Turner, that would be really nice for your squad. Also to have, some other good cards in there as well. You could even run Rudy Gobert if you want to, if you get him as well, if you're going for Miles Turner. But yeah, I would say Miles Turner, if possible to grind for, would be really good to have. If you hit level 30, that's going to be also 100 overall Willis Reed, who you could run at power forward, who's amazing with a nice jump shot. But if you're looking for a card to buy, if you can try to get like a Brad Miller, a Jack Sigma, or if you can't afford those cards, just go for Galaxy Opal Chris Anderson, and those would be my upgrades for your squad. Looking at the next team, guys, here sent in from Deb. He says he's putting a couple cards up and we'll have around 200k to work with, and this is at least a very good starting 5 team. I mean, you have 100 overall Yao, Invincible Kristaps, Dark Matter Beasley, Dark Matter Cedric, and Galaxy Opal Andrew Bogut. That's like a starting 5 you can pretty much use for the rest of the year and you'll be fine with. Now off the bench, 200k, I would make some upgrades. For me, I think you need a better backup center, and I know I just recommended the same card, but I feel like Pink Diamond Wemby makes the most sense because you can't go ahead and get like a Dark Matter Mark Eden, you can't go get a Dikembe, you can't go get the Galaxy Opal Wemby. If you wanted to make maybe one upgrade to your squad, and if you want to not go for Wemby, the Pink Diamond card, I guess you could go for like a Dark Matter Artist Gilmore to play alongside Miles Turner, but then you wouldn't have any MT to make any other upgrades, except if you want to make like a small upgrade like Dolph Shays and Pink Diamond Wemby. That's what I would do personally, is get Pink Diamond Dolph Shays, or sorry, not Pink Diamond, get Pink Diamond Wemby as your backup center, get Dark Matter Dolph Shays as your backup small forward, and that's what I would personally do with your squad. Now guys, looking at the third team here sent in from Malik, I'm pretty sure that's probably not how you say it. Malik, I'm just going to go with 700,000 MT to work with, looking to improve his bench. And I mean, your starting lineup is good. You have no size off the bench. Like, you're running a 6'9", I think, or 6'8" small forward at power forward in Josh Smith, and you have Willis Reed, who's a 6'10" card as your backup center. So you need to have a lot more size. You say you're gonna have 700k. I'm not sure how much of that 700k you're actually willing to spend. I would say going out and getting a Galaxy Opal Wemby or a Dark Matter Dikembe Mutombo is going to be huge for your team, because what that allows you to now do is what I would do with your squad is start one of those cards at the center position, have D-Rob as your backup center, have Willis Reed as your backup power forward. Now your front court's set. You have good cards around them. You don't really need any other cards in your lineup. I would maybe downgrade from a Risa Shea into a Denny. You're going to save MT, and Denny's also the better card in my opinion, but mainly it's getting a top tier center, a Dikembe Mutombo, a Galaxy Opal Wemby for your squad, or a Dark Matter Mark Eden. He could also be a great card as well for that starting center position. And then again, have Willis Reed and D-Rob off the bench, for example, or have, Chet and D-Rob off the bench. You can just start Willis Reed and start Dikembe, let's say, for example, if you go for him, and then you might have a little bit of MT left to upgrade. You don't really need any other upgrades, to be honest with you. Like I said, getting Denny, I feel like is better in my opinion compared to Risa Shea. That does come down to your personal preference. Looking at the next squad sent in from Brunson Burner, says he's got about 770k as well. Another team that I think really needs better front court players, so it's going to be similar suggestions, because you got 2 good point guards, you got 2 good shooting guards, you got 2 good small forwards. I mean, you could probably upgrade Pink Diamond Beasley into a Dark Matter Dolph Shays, into a Dark Matter Vladimir Radmanovic, both 2 really good upgrades, even into like a Dark Matter Luol Deng, a Tim Thomas, an AK. Those would be my suggestions for your backup small forward position to definitely upgrade over Pink Diamond Beasley. But it's, again, with the rest of the MT, all you really need is that 1 center card. I mean, you might need 2 because you have 3 good power forwards and you don't really have any good center cards. So for this squad, I would go for like a Dark Matter Mark Eden for starting center, or a Dark Matter Dikembe, and then just get like Pink Diamond Wemby for your backup center position. So then you can move Miles Turner to your backup power forward. So I would go your 2 power forwards as Tim Duncan and Miles Turner, and then your 2 centers be like Dark Matter Dikembe or Mark Eden, whoever you prefer or whoever you can afford. And then backup center, go ahead and get Pink Diamond Wemby. That's what I would do with your specific team. Looking at the next squad sent in from Ben Carroll, he's got the same kind of issue with the Tim Duncan, Miles Turner starting. Just don't think these are really good center cards in my opinion. I think they're more at power forward. So I think you can run Chet at backup center. Just have Miles Turner as your backup power forward. 200,000 MT, you're going to have to go for like a Pink Diamond Wemby or a Dark Matter Artist Gilmore. Maybe if you can grind for like the Dark Matter Rudy Gobert. Well, no, you have J-Dub. So how come you're not using Rudy Gobert? I would definitely use Rudy Gobert as your starting center. Have Miles Turner and Chet as your backup front court. And then I would say you need to upgrade Ant for sure. Ant's just not that great of a card in my personal opinion. You'll still have, I mean, if you use Rudy Gobert, you're not spending any MT. You'll still have the 200,000 MT to upgrade with. And, you know, I'll give you a bunch of options. There's Galaxy Opal Denny. There's Galaxy Opal Bogut that you could get for 1 Galaxy Opal piece in the new festival exchanges. You have cards like Ron Harper. If you can save up for an Elgin Baylor, that could be a nice card as well. But I think Denny, Bogut, Ron Harper, those would be like the best options for your specific team. So yeah, I think using Rudy Gobert, getting a better point guard, like some of those names I mentioned, would be my upgrades for your squad. And then again, moving Miles Turner over Anthony Davis at the backup power forward position. And guys, last squad here of the video is going to be sent in from Rand, I think is how you pronounce his name. And yeah, he says he's 100% no money, 100% no money spent. That doesn't make any sense to me. 100% no money spent. I think that's how you pronounce. I don't know what I'm saying. He's 100% no money spent. 4 million MT liquid. Can get to 5 million if I bother to sell thousands of shoes and event pieces at 500k plus VC for my career, 2k TV and my NBA. Not sure what to do with as well. Only 20 legend, only 20 Galaxy Opal Wemby is auctionable. So a lot of great information there from Rand. So I do appreciate you really kind of letting me know about your account and your squad and, you know, all the type of stuff. It's nice to have the information as well. So I guess I'll start with the VC. I've never had anybody ask me what to do with their VC. If you're wanting to spend it on my team because you got that from my career and 2K TV and whatever, and you just want to spend it on my team, it depends. Are you looking for the best chance to get a good card, or are you looking for the best chance to make MT? If you're looking for the best chance to make MT, honestly, going ahead and ripping 2, or you can only rip 1. If you rip 1 of the Champions 51 pack boxes, that's gonna almost not guarantee you, because you have a high chance to get Tony Parker. But if you hit 100 overall Giannis, if you hit 100 overall KD, if you hit 100 overall LeBron, any of those 300 overalls out of the Champions 51 pack boxes that do give you that guaranteed top or 100 overall player, that's going to guarantee you a million MT if you pull one of those 3 names. So if you're trying to make MT, I would probably use that VC and spend it on that box. If you're looking for the best player and maybe you want to play during a festival, maybe this upcoming Friday, you know, open up a new Hall of Fame box. That could be a smart idea to have like more cards in your collection, have a better chance to pull a good 100 overall, and, you know, you get some go pieces as well. I think the 51 pack boxes from the Champion set is a really good way to make MT, as long as you don't pull Tony Parker. Now, if you pull Tony Parker, obviously it's going to be a huge L. For your squad, I mean, you do have 5 million MT. I don't think, or 4 million MT. I don't think you want to spend that MT because you're kind of holding it for something and maybe later in this year. I think the small upgrades you can make is definitely a backup small forward over Jason Tatum. Again, it's those cards like Dark Matter Vladimir or Dark Matter Beasley, Dark Matter Dolph Shays, Tim Thomas, right? Those are going to be huge upgrades over Jason Tatum, in my opinion. You could also upgrade your power forward position if you want over Tim Duncan, but I feel like for your squad, you know, getting a backup small forward and maybe getting a point guard like an Elgin Baylor, a Denny could be really worth it for your specific team. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Again, go over on Twitter, drop your teams down below on the next tweet that I do put out asking for squads, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.